Hey friends, how's everyone doing? So, I know you probably just saw my stories that I just went and I was reading. I have 5 chapters left of this book, Atomic Habits. And I am blown away by the chapter that I just read, chapter 16. So, it talks about habits, and not just habits, but habit tracker. So there was a guy that was just started in the company, and this is just one habit that is amazing, that works. So he was a sales guy, and his job was selling. So what he did is he took two jars, one jar of paper clips and one jar that was empty. So he had to make sales calls. Sorry, I know I'm just dropping in live like this, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about this. If you're watching live, just drop a 1. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2. I just wanted to come in here and talk to you about Habit Tracker and how to track your habits. So the guy had 2 jars, one with paper clips, one with that was empty. So his job was, he wanted to be successful in this job as a salesperson. So what he did it for 8 months. He would take one paper clip and put it in the empty jar every time he made a phone call. Every time he made a phone call, he would put it. This is how he tracked his habits. He wanted to make sure that he had 120 calls within that work period. So he had 120 paper clips in one jar, and he would take a paper clip every single time and put it in the other jar. You know how fast he grew his business? He was making, at 24 years old, $75,000 a year. That might not seem like a lot, but back then, that today is $125,000. Could you imagine if you were 24 years old and within 8 months of starting your company, you're making $125,000 just by doing that one habit? And this is the thing that I read in this book. It doesn't matter if those 120 calls that day were good or bad, just as long as you get that done each day. Because every day is not going to be perfect. You're not perfect. That's just one scenario. Another person would make sure that they go to the gym every day, and they would write it down. Like every time you did something, they would write it down. Go to the gym, write it down. So what they did is they did a daily tracker, and I'm going to actually start doing this. I had a training call with one of my mentors, and she said track down everything. I started doing it, but I didn't stick to it. But I need to stick to it because it's like checking off a box. So if you track what you're doing every single day, it's like you check it off, check it off, check it off. Well, this is the opposite. You take a blank sheet of paper and you literally write down every single thing you do each day. And then you go back and see what didn't you do that you should have done that didn't work, or what did work. That's what you want to make sure, that you're doing the tasks that are working. You're doing the tasks that are growing. Like for instance, I read every day. So right now, my list, I'm going to go and start right now. I'm going to go after this live. I'm going to go in my office and I'm going to literally track everything I did this morning. Let's see. I woke up. I got dressed. I drove to the gym. I worked out. I shook up my ketones. I made my coffee. I read this book. I did my live. I did all that, and it's not even 9 a.m. I know, it sounds like a lot. But no, this is what I'm saying. If you track what you're doing every single day, that's how you grow. But this is the thing. The schedule that you have, say one day you didn't make it to the gym. Don't let that be a mistake that you made, that you create a habit of not going to the gym the next day. If you don't do something one day, like read, make sure the next day you read. because you don't want to get out of that habit of what you need to do to grow your business. Whatever you need to do, make sure you do it. There was another thing that a woman did. Because this is the thing. Okay, I go to the gym every day, but sometimes something happens at the gym or something happens before the gym that I'm not able to get my full workout in. That's fine, as long as I went to the gym and I moved my body. The next day, I make sure I get a better gym workout. You understand what I'm saying? So even though every single day isn't perfect, that's okay. It's okay. We're not perfect. The next day, make sure you do it one niche better than the day before. You understand what I'm saying? Another thing, I started this. I used to have an app, and I would write down everything that I ate. Well, I would log everything I ate, everything I ate, everything I ate. I did that for several months, and it became a habit. Then that habit turned into just eating healthy. So that's how I changed it. Well, yes, I do have a cheat day, but guess what? I may cheat that meal, but guess what? My next meal is healthy. You understand what I'm saying? So once you start a habit and you're able to make it a routine in your life, then you don't have to do those extra miles. You understand what I'm saying? So another guy, he would journal his workouts. So he had a whole journal like this, like, you know, he would journal every day of what he did. Okay, today I did legs, today I did back, and I did 15 push-ups. And then the next day, okay, I did legs yesterday, let me do arms today, chest today, 20 sit-ups. You understand what I'm saying? So he had a log of all these workouts, and he went through and saw what he did the past week and the results that he got. Now let's talk about the scale, because he was a little sluggish because the scale wasn't moving like it should, but he also measured himself, and that made him very proud, and he went back to see. Then the next week he did the same thing. He logged all his workouts, measured himself before, weighed himself before, and then looked at the end result of the end of the week, and he was like, those workouts weren't working. Let's try something different. That way you can literally monitor what's working, what's not working. Well, the same thing in your business. That's how you monitor what's working and what's not working. And if you're going through the rabbit hole of scrolling on social media, well, you need to write that down to see if that's something that you did. Because if that's something you did, maybe that's preventing you from growing in your business. So, like I said, chapter 16 in Atomic Habits. I'm telling you, you guys need to get this book. The link is in my bio. It's on my Amazon wish list and everything. I love this book. My mentor, Jessie Lee Ward, she is the one that recommended this book, and I'm so glad she did because it taught me so much. I am appreciative for watching this. If you watched it live, I hope you dropped a 1, and I hope you said hi. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2, and I missed you. If you are new to me, drop new, and it is nice to meet you. My name is Tanya from Richboro, Pennsylvania. It's about an hour north of Philly, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.